Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and yesterday I finished installing an extra valve kit to add third function to this 1025R, and since it's already here, I decided it'd be a good time to test out the Iron Fist grapple on it and kind of answer some questions that people had about this grapple and concerns. The first concern being that it might be too heavy for this tractor. And in that regard, I think it all depends on what your expectation is and what you're trying to accomplish. This grapple weighs about 380 pounds. That's probably, what, 40% of the lift capacity of this tractor. And basically the way I think of it is not about how much this grapple weighs, it's how much does it weigh in comparison to other grapples on the market. And I think average across the board, it's gonna weigh about an extra 100 pounds. So that means if with your other grapple you're looking at, you can lift 500 pounds of weight inside the grapple, this one you can lift 400 pounds. So that's the most direct answer I can give about if this is too big for this tractor. But we're gonna do a couple things that I forgot to do in my previous video when I showed it on my tractor. One, I never picked up small brush, so we're gonna do that. And the other thing I wanna talk about is some of the design of the grapple that I didn't mention before. I watched a Ritter Bit Will Do, and he took a measurement, and from here to here is 51 inches. That makes this the widest opening grapple that you can put on a compact tractor. To my knowledge, from everything I've seen, nobody else has a grapple that opens 51 inches. The next thing people were concerned about was durability, and the more I look at this, the less I am concerned about this. Now, until it's been on the market and been used for a year, nobody can answer durability, but when I look at the design, this is all 3/8 inch thick AR 400 steel, and I've abused the heck out of my other Artillean grapple and never shown any damage to it. So I'm not really that concerned. I think the design of this is ingenious, that when it pushes, it uses one cylinder. A couple people thought there were two cylinders. Someone said that the spring that pulls this back was gonna stretch out. There's no spring on it. It's a series of levers, kind of like the mechanical self-leveling loader. The attachment point of the top cylinder is on this jaw. So when it pushes, just the way it pivots, it all moves smoothly in one motion. So I'm not that concerned about durability, but let's take it out and see what it can do on this 1025. In my previous video with this grapple, I kind of tried to show off what's the biggest thing it can pick up. Today is more like, what's the average guy gonna pick up who has this machine? So the other day I moved this exact same pile. I just moved it a few feet with the same tractor, but I used the grapple that attaches to my bucket, and it took me 3 trips. So I grabbed a third of it, moved it, a third, and moved it, and there were a couple branches left I had to come back for. So that just shows you the capacity of how much it can pick up. And I've been really happy with that grapple, but it doesn't have the capacity to pick up as much. We did just pick up this entire pile in one grab, but some of it was hanging off and probably would have dropped as we were moving. But it still showed that there's an increased total capacity for how much you can pick up with the Iron Fist. Now with that said, this is a big brush pile, and when it grabs that entire pile, it's got the capacity to lift it, but with that grapple, lifting that to full height, it ran out of lift capacity around 4 feet. Now let's go get some logs and try those. Well, what do you think?
Makes it a lot easier on your back.
Absolutely.
Legs.
I always say any of these tractors are better than a shovel.
Yes, definitely.
So, like I said a minute ago, to me, what we did today is routine task that someone who owns this tractor would do. If you're doing much more than this, you probably have the wrong tractor. If you're cutting down trees every day and trying to move, half a tree, you got the wrong tractor. So, I think it held up and did a good job. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. I'll put links over here to more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.